You know how fast you were going?
What? How fast you were going?
I don't know. 10?
8.
Be advised, this is an explicit podcast, so if you're easily offended, get your panties twisted into a knot, turn this off before you get butthurt and mad, start to cry, have to run to your safe space. All opinions are those of the host and his guest and do not reflect the opinions of any government agency. Welcome back, MOTORCOP Chronicles podcast, our midweek news with me and Doc Holliday.
You must be Doc Holliday.
That's the rumor.
We are here live and in person, and he's actually on the screen this time.
Yeah, it looks good.
So it has been a hell of a 5-6 days worth of news stories. I'll tell you that much. I had a shit ton to go through and to choose which ones to do, unfortunately.
Yeah, it was crazy, man. Everything. Oh man, I'm so glad I'm away from it. Cool. I can't even just. I can't even put it into words.
Oh, it's been fucking crazy. So the first one we were going to talk about was a local matter. I think it happened. Anastasia says that Doc Holliday, the myth and the legend.
And the legend.
The first one we're going to talk about is a shootout that happened over last, I think it was Saturday, at a 12-year-old's birthday party in St. John Parish in the city of Laplace. That's not too far outside of New Orleans for people that aren't from Louisiana and stuff and don't know where that's at. It's probably, about 20 minutes out of New Orleans, if that much.
Laplace, yeah. It's not, it's just I guess northwest of New Orleans.
Anyway, the shooting happened on this past Saturday night in the garage of a home of at the 600 block of Gulfview Drive in Laplace. Said the birthday girl was not injured. Her mother, who did not want to be identified, described the shooting. She says, I was in there. She said, I was in there with them. As soon as I walk in the kitchen, pop, 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 pop. This shit is crazy. The mother says her daughter feels like the shooting is her fault because she wanted the party. She wanted to have one more party here in Louisiana to have fun with her friends before she moved to Atlanta, which that's a nice, safe place to move.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't think Atlanta's an upgrade from Laplace.
Yeah, I'm gonna get on the side with you.
And create more memories. And this is not how I want her to remember her 12th birthday party. I don't think many kids want to remember their 12th birthday party with a freaking shootout.
Memories.
St. John Parish investigators discovered 9 juveniles were injured. One of the 9. I don't know why they wrote it like that. So when 7 were treated at a local hospital and released. 2 remain in the hospital in stable condition. According to the sheriff's office, those injured were a 17-year-old male. Well, what the fuck is a 17-year-old doing at a 12-year-old's birthday party?
Yeah, unless it was her brother
or a cousin or something.
Yeah, we'll give him that.
I'll give him that.
Yeah, we'll give him that.
If it wasn't, he didn't need to fucking be there.
Yeah.
He was shot in the arm. A 16-year-old male was grazed in the ribs. A 15-year-old male was grazed wound on his ankle. A 15-year-old male was shot in the foot. What, they had a fucking midget shooting or something?
That's trigger jerk.
Man, Jesus Christ! Thank goodness that they didn't know how to shoot the gun. But these motherfuckers shooting people in the legs and the feet and shit.
That's
like a Oompa Loompa went crazy up in that motherfucker. What'd you say about Willie? Pow, pow, pow.
Oompa Loompa.
Yeah. Another 14-year-old male was shot in the leg.
Good God.
And a 13-year-old male was shot in the leg. It must have been a short motherfucker.
Had to have been a midget.
And they had a 12-year-old that was shot in both legs.
Good God. That is some horrendous marksmanship.
You know what they were doing?
Oh, I know exactly what they were doing.
They were holding that gun sideways like
And
they see.
running.
And every time they pulled that trigger, it was jerking that. Well, thank goodness people might have got killed, but they were jerking it and he was shooting down toward the ground.
Oh, yeah.
That a 16-year-old male was shot in the stomach and a 14-year-old male with a gunshot wound in the head remains in the hospital.
That was an accident.
Yeah, the headshot was an accident.
that was a ricochet off of something else.
St. John Sheriff Mike, I don't know how to say the guy's last name. I'm bad with last name. Says 2 young men with an ongoing feud met up at the party because that's a great place to meet up.
Yeah, a 12-year-old's
birthday party.
Yeah.
There was a confrontation that turned verbal, somewhat turned physical, and one party had a weapon and started shooting at the other party. And the other guy pulled a weapon and started shooting back. So you got gunfire both ways. So now you got 2 teenagers at a 12-year-old's birthday party, both packing heat.
Slinging.
And slinging lead everywhere. And they probably didn't hit each other.
No,
They hit everybody else except each other.
the other thing that they're not reporting is there's probably an injured cat
Yeah.
and maybe a dead pig.
Yeah, or a chihuahua or
Yeah,
something.
yeah.
The girl's mother said neither her nor the daughter knew the shooters. She believes they were uninvited guests at the birthday party.
Of course.
The sheriff said they had 50 to 100 people at this party. Well, they were not abiding by COVID restrictions, were they?
No, they weren't. And let me ask you this, in all sincerity and seriousness. If you had a party when you were 12 years old and 50 to 100 people showed up, what in the hell would your parents would have done to you? Well, first of all, my parents weren't going to let me have a party.
Well, when I was 12 years old, we had our birthday parties at McDonald's and shit.
Yeah.
And I didn't know that many people.
No, and Mom and Daddy wouldn't have let 50 people come over.
Oh, no.
You know?
Especially, and I'd be like, who's them people? They need to leave. I'm not gonna have. If I did have a big party, like let's say I'm grown, we both grown, we have a party over here, and what people just gonna fucking come by?
Nope.
And who are you?
Get to stepping.
Yeah,
Roll out, cuz.
Sheriff said this cannot go unchecked. Somebody has to face the consequences for pulling out guns at a birthday party for a little kid.
Hold up. Consequences and accountability?
Yeah.
That's a good segue into the next one.
Yeah. The mother says her daughter and her party guest are traumatized. Well, I guess they are fucking traumatized. I'd be fucking traumatized. You know, I'm 12 years old and getting lead slung at me. It's not even a birthday party. It's my house at my child's party. That makes a difference. You don't want, it was basically a going away party, it sounds like.
That's what it sounds like.
Anyway, saying anyone with information about the shootings encouraged to contact St. John the Baptist Crime Stoppers at 504-822-1111.
I'm more traumatized at the asshats shooting that could not hit anything but legs and knees and feet. You know how I feel about feet.
They have to, yes, they have to know, but they have to know who you talking about Maxine Moron? I don't know where Maxine Moron's at, or Moron Waters. I even tell you, I guess it don't fit the narrative, Anastasia. It don't fit the narrative. We know that.
Yeah, no, that's.
But somebody at this party of 50 to 100 people, they know who the fuck these kids are.
Absolutely.
I mean, just look for the little short orange people with striped suits on. Yeah. I guarantee you go to the chocolate factory and the motherfuckers are hiding in there. I bet you they hiding with the geese that lay the golden eggs. Because they shot everybody.
Or they're floating up in a hot air balloon in the land of Oz.
Yeah, I mean,
part of the lollipop.
Thank God you wasn't on duty over there and had to go over there and you had to like hold their feet to stop the blood bleeding.
Jesus Christ!
That's what Roy said. He said, see Doc holding, having to hold pressure on the foot, going, and they probably had them all. You ever seen them all like witch toenails?
Yeah.
with like crust on them.
Look like nachos,
That'd be
like Doritos.
And the doctor would say, "Well, what's this stuff in there?" And it's like I threw up on it.
Shoot, he got shot in the foot. Sorry, dude, you're gonna die. I'm gonna go grab this leg or this head wound. I'll deal with a shot in the ass with a prolapsed, rectum before I deal with some nasty feet.
The whole situation.
Jeez.
No, if anybody's being triggered, turn this shit off because no, I'm gonna tell you, neither me nor Doc think the shooting at the 12-year-old birthday party is funny. It's a tragic incident.
Correct.
Thank God no one got killed.
Absolutely.
But you got to look at the other side of it. That 95% of them got shot in the fucking feet and the leg. I mean, either, like I said, they have to be fucking midgets. I'm telling you, they have to be. I mean, it's the shortest motherfucker. It's like, who invited these Oompa Loompas? Somebody needs to call Willy Wonka, get his Oompas back to Loompa.
They got dwarfs running around.
Fuck. I mean, that was some. Like I said, thank God they fucking suck, but because they just, I guarantee the two that were shooting didn't hit neither one of them hit what they were shooting at.
Maybe it was a 4-year-old running around.
God, the Chihuahua was doing
Yeah,
it.
something that's insane.
It was the Chihuahua pulling the trigger. The Chihuahua was pissed off at the cat. No, the cat was pissed off at the Chihuahua for eating the cat food.
Yeah.
And the cat went and got his Glock, and the Chihuahua said, "Oh, fuck you! I got my 9."
Put this gat on you,
And they
cuz.
start slinging it back. I don't know.
Hey, and on a serious note, having been involved with firearms training and stuff like that for a long time, I have seen police officers shoot the exact same way.
Well, I've been at a range. I'm not no 120 shooter. I'm about 115, which is on the high end of the spectrum. Not great, but not perfect, but on the high end of it.
Right.
But I've been at a range, and you're shooting at the target and seen dirt coming up.
Yeah.
I'm like, and it's not from the berm or nothing behind the target. The shit's in front. It's like, how the fuck?
Who just did that?
You just shot the dirt like 8 feet in front of the fucking target.
Who did that?
So, yeah.
Who's on lane 16?
So it get bad. So tragic incident.
Very.
But like I said, we do try to have fun with some stuff. And like I said, some stuff like that, you just can't fucking help yourself because, like I said, everybody got shot in the fucking legs.
That's horrible.
I mean, Jesus.
And I've said this before. If our criminal element in this area,
If they learned how to shoot, it'd be dangerous. Yeah, there'd be a lot more murders
the
going
death
around.
toll would be 26,000 a year.
Yeah. Because it's like they shoot at each other, just never hit nothing.
Shooting today, 26 people injured. What?
Mm-hmm. All of them had their toes shot.
Yeah. Had 127 rounds shot and 26 were injured, nobody killed. Really? Okay.
Roy's on Melissa's Facebook. He's at LO Doc. Roy's still in Facebook jail for some comments he made. So he got a 30-day. He got 30 days and then he's back.
Hey, I got three oak clusters from the 30 days being in Facebook jail.
Well, all right. I'm just going to throw this other one up. I kind of mentioned it to you. You hadn't seen it.
No, I haven't.
It's going to be right here. Everybody on live can see it. What it is, it's a tweet from the National Fraternal Order of Police.
Okay.
And it was in response to LeBron James. LeBron James tweeted out, which has already been deleted because he is getting fucking shit for it.
Yeah,
which
I'm reading it.
I'm not a fan of LeBron James. Never have been. Of course, I don't watch basketball, but I don't think he's a talented basketball player. I'll give him that. But who gives a flying fuck what he cares about anything else? If you ain't teaching me how to dribble or shoot, I don't give a fuck about what your opinion is.
Shut
okay.
your cake eater.
So anyway, LeBron James posted a picture of the cop that shot the Ohio teenager, which we're going to be talking about that one shortly too.
Okay.
If anybody don't know, the Ohio cop shot I think a 15-year-old teenager. He was justified. We will talk about it in a minute. But LeBron James decided, at King James on his Twitter account, he posted a picture of this cop and put in "You're next."
Yeah.
Hashtag accountability.
Yeah.
Well, the National Fraternal Police said at King James, with his vast resources and influence, should educate himself and, frankly, has a responsibility to do so on the facts before weighing in. This is disgraceful and extremely reckless. The officer saved a young girl's life. No amount of gaslighting will change that fact. That's the fucking truth. And King James, LeBron James, whatever, how great you think, you get 2 fucking middle fingers from me at a double fuck you, and I'm sure Doc gonna give you 2 more, so you're gonna get 4 fuck yous from me.
Yeah.
And
listen, I've said this before. You know, everybody is entitled to their opinion. Okay, you can have a different opinion from me, and I'm okay with that. The problem that I run into is whenever you think that your opinion is right and my opinion is wrong. And usually when I talk about things, I put things in context based on facts, not emotions, but facts, statistical analysis of things that actually have taken place and are taking place. When this asshat decides that he wants to opine, come in and say something to the fact that he's next. He's next.
well, he's basically that sounds like a fucking threat on that man's life.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Which is illegal.
100% illegal.
So
But guess what?
that ain't not gonna happen to him.
There's 2 forms of justice in this country. There's a form of justice for people that have money, and there's a form of justice for people that do not have money. And that's just the way it is. We've been doing this both, for a long, long time. And how many times have you seen that play out in the courts?
Oh yeah.
Every day. So this guy's a dickhead. Okay? He's always been a dickhead. He's been catered to his whole entire life because he can dribble a basketball, he can dunk, he's tall. Okay? I guarantee you the dude probably can't build a box. Probably couldn't pour water out of a boot if the instructions were on the bottom of them. It's people like that piss me off. They got no skin in the game whatsoever. None. Zero. None. He's a dickhead.
He needs to stick to what he knows, basketball.
And making babies.
Now, other than that, I don't give a flying fuck.
Yeah.
I don't give a flying fuck what LeBron has to say. Yeah. I don't care. Like I said, I don't watch sports, period, especially ever since people started kneeling down years ago. I stopped that shit. I said, fuck it.
So did I.
I wasn't a big sports fan before then, but I completely stopped. You know what? I haven't missed anything.
Nope.
And if enough people would just say, you know what? Fuck y'all. We ain't watching y'all shit. From what I did hear, I was listening to something today. Everybody knows how Major League Baseball pulled the All-Star game out of Georgia because they made fair and balanced fucking voting laws, and they moved it to Colorado, where their voting laws are more restrictive than what fucking Georgia has. So it makes no sense.
It's all smoke and mirrors. Bro.
But they pulled it out. They were talking about there was about 43% or something favorability towards baseball.
Mm-hmm.
Well, since they've done all this shit, it went down to 12%. Good. You know what? Get woke, go fucking broke. That's how I feel.
Yeah.
If the people, you stop watching football, you stop watching fucking basketball, baseball, them motherfuckers are going to know it because they're going to lose probably billions of dollars.
Right.
So fuck them.
Right. You got to hit them in the pocketbook. You have to hit them in the pocketbook. That's the only way that you can stop this bullshit. You have got to take money away from them. And the NFL learned that. And did the NBA. And I said this before. Whenever they come, when State University over here decided that they were going to put the BLM all over the scoreboards and all that, I made a decision that day and have since that time expressed my disgust with the university. I'm a graduate of that university and an alum with multiple different degrees from that university, and I will never again support that university ever. Never.
Well, my thing is people watch sports to be entertained,
Right.
not to have political
Right.
rhetoric crammed down our throat like it's a big dick or something, okay? If you start fucking with that, once all this shit started and I got rid of my cable because every time I fucking turned the TV on, the first thing I had in my face before the TV shows and everything was just the Black Lives Matter shit.
Right.
Well, I turned the TV on to watch a TV program for entertainment. I didn't turn it on the news. It was a TV entertainment program. And you're ramming this shit down my throat. I said, fuck it. I just got rid of cable altogether.
Right.
And I personally, it saved me like $160 a month, and I haven't missed it one fucking bit. Not one bit.
Yeah, no, it's
I don't need it.
it's all bullshit, man. I get so tired of that. Catch the ball, run real fast, and then when you cross the goal line, spike the ball for me and do a little dance, okay? And then go back to the sideline and do whatever it is you do over there, because nobody gives one shit about your opinion.
No, nobody cares, but we're gonna just shut the fuck up and go dribble. Get you a bib if you need it. So this next one we're gonna do is the Ohio shootout one, since we kind of hit on it, and I do have a video on this one, so we'll watch it and stop it as we go. So here we go. First of all, like I said, I stopped it. They froze it too, because I don't think they want you to actually see the kid getting shot.
Yeah, you don't want to see that.
If you noticed that that guy right there by the car, I'm not sure who he is, but he was trying to kick this girl in the head over here.
That was her dad, from what I understand.
But he was trying to kick this grown ass man trying to kick this girl in the head.
Yeah, great conflict resolution skills.
I mean, that's the first thing I saw when I watched the video. From what I was saying, I think the girl that ended up getting shot is the one that called the cops in the first place. But anyway, cool.
Well, that was the.
That's what I've heard.
Yeah, I've yet to see a confirmation on that, but it doesn't matter if she called or not.
No, it don't.
She's got a Bowie knife.
Watch that when we go up and it'll slow down and they show you, they like zoom in. The audio is horrible on this thing.
Yeah, she's a kid. She's a kid.
You see that?
She had a 9-inch blade trying to fillet this chick.
You see that dude in the whole other yard way over there got his hands fucking raised? Like,
Jesus Christ.
He's like, oh, motherfucker, don't shoot me. I'm half a block away.
Hands up, don't
But
shoot.
if you look way back there, that dude's got he's by a whole nother house. He's got No, what I did see when, I guess these are two other officers in these white shirts here.
Yeah.
Old dude right here should have waited until that guy put his gun down, because he crossed right over in front of his barrel.
Yeah, you would think.
And the guy that had the gun, when if you watch, go back and watch it, when that guy crosses him, he did correct it and lowered his weapon, but he should have waited a second.
And let me tell you what's going on right now. He's in such an adrenaline dump. See, he still has his weapon out. She's down. He's right now mentally. He's in another dimension.
Oh yeah, his adrenaline's freaking through the roof. If you notice some of these people on his side, if they're related or anything, or I don't know what they are, but they just walk away. You think they'd have stood there and at least just seen how she was. And
kinda
they just kind of wandered on off. I'm going to get me some sweet tea, and they just wandering off.
Gotta get some sweet tea and go catch the.
They just going back inside. I think the next part, I think it goes on, but it slows. They do it in like slow motion. You'll actually see this knife in the hand. It looked like she's about to stick that knife in that. Here is in slow motion.
Yeah. All right, so here comes Captain America off the top.
Watch.
Rope.
He tries to kick this girl. He pushed her down.
So bam.
Tries to kick her in the head.
Down, take that, dropping the people's elbow. All right, here we go. And look at that big old blade. Tonight.
She's got a knife in her hand.
In the right hand.
She's about to stab the girl in the pink.
Yep.
Of course, she's down.
And there's two things right here. First of all, the cop's in a no-win situation. Okay, he is in a no-win situation. He's white. It's a juvenile. Not that he knew that. She's a black female. He makes a decision to save somebody's life by taking somebody else's life. And
everybody,
rightfully so.
I've seen a lot of shit on the news and listened to a lot of shit. I know they had all kind of fucking protests and shit. I don't know if they fucking burnt or looted anything in Ohio. I'm not sure, so I can't comment on that.
Yeah, I don't know.
But I know they did protest, which isn't illegal, as long as they did it peacefully and didn't burn and steal shit and shut roads down.
Right.
But the girl, it's on video, plain as day. She's got a big-ass knife in her hand, about to stab this other girl.
Right.
They're hollering about this cop who made the decision to shoot this girl, which I'm going to say is a damn good shot because he shot the target he was at because she was right next to that. I know some guys that would have probably hit the wrong person, like in Laplace.
Hit somebody in the knee.
Yeah, but they straight up. He made that decision to. He saw a civilian's life was in danger. He had to make the call to take out the threat, which is the girl with the knife.
Right.
Sorry, you're 15 years old. She decided to try to stab someone, and if he wouldn't have pulled the trigger, all we would be hearing right now
he didn't kill her.
Well, he let her get stabbed. Yeah. He didn't care about her either. So he was damned if he did, damned if he didn't. But that right there was a perfectly clean shoot.
Well, and let's talk about the other thing that everybody's throwing out there. Why didn't he just use a taser? And I've said this before. You've heard me say this. Anybody that wants to take this challenge, I will do it. I will give you a taser, and I will get about 10 feet from you, 12 feet, and give me a knife, and I'm going to run at you full speed with a knife.
At 10 feet?
10 feet, 12 feet, 15 feet.
Well, 10 feet, you're going to get stabbed.
15 feet, you're going to get stabbed.
Yeah, well, it's usually about a 14-foot rule, but you're still going to get stabbed. At 14 foot.
21 feet is a reactionary gap, 7 yards.
You're going to get it. But like I said, and the taser is what?
Less than
about 40%?
Less than 30%.
30%, it's going to work 30% of the time.
Right.
And he's shooting at a moving target. She has a deadly weapon.
Yes.
Looks like she's about to try to commit murder.
Yes.
So he had to save that girl's life.
And
he did exactly what every other cop should do.
And it's tragic.
It's tragic. 15-year-old girl died.
Absolutely.
But she made that decision.
It's called accountability.
The dad ought to be arrested for whoever that guy was. He pushed that girl down and tried to kick her in the head when she was on the ground.
That's conflict resolution skills.
It's like, really? Yes.
I can't sit here and talk to you, so I'm going to push you on the ground and try to kick your skull in.
High Roller says Black Lives Matter is a terrorist organization and should be treated as such. I agree with you.
100%.
Totally agree with you. When you're supporting looting and burning and all that other shit, yeah.
I guess
just like Antifa is a terrorist organization.
Somebody's listening on the Facebook Live just texted me and said, "Is the black girl that was saved going to step up for the officers who came to their aid?
Who knows?
That's a
Probably
good
not.
question.
I mean, I would hope she would, but
Yeah,
she don't have to. I mean, it's all on body cam.
Yeah.
Now I guarantee you that body cam is going to save this officer's ass, because if not, I can guarantee you everybody around there, even that was on the opposite side of the fight, would have probably blamed it on him. And then it's
absolutely.
his word against him. So I
love video. I love police video.
like I said, I'm totally 100%
cams.
behind body cam.
100%.
They got a lot of, especially older cops like me. They got a lot of them that don't want them. I like them, because if you're not doing nothing wrong, it don't fucking matter.
100%.
It's going to save my ass
every time.
And how many? I guarantee you, out of the thousands and thousands of footage they have out there, I guarantee you, 95% of them are favorable towards the law enforcement officer.
Yeah.
So I'm all for them. And like I said, right here, it just shows. I mean, it straight up shows she had a knife in her hand. It's been talked to death about. We didn't talk about it. It was earlier in the week, the Adam Toledo thing. Or did we talk about that last week? I don't remember. No, we didn't.
Which
That's the little 14-year-old Hispanic kid.
Oh, yeah.
That got
El Diablo and
yeah, little Diablo and little felony or baby felony, they called him, or something like that.
thought it was baby murder.
Or baby, I don't know.
Something like
but
that.
he got shot and killed by the cop.
Baby homicide.
Yeah, at 3 a.m. in the morning.
Yeah.
And they're saying, "Oh, he had his hands up." No, you didn't have fucking hands up.
Yeah,
He had a
no,
gun
you
in his hand. Yeah, we talked about that one, I believe.
Yeah.
But it's like, I mean, first of all, like I said, I blame parents on that one.
100%.
He shouldn't have been out that fucking late at night. Get control of your fucking kid. But this guy was 100% good shoot.
Yep.
And I don't know if Ohio's red or blue, but hope to God they don't have one of these fucking headhunting district attorney AGs that just goes after fucking cops for no reason. Because this guy shot and saved that girl's life.
Yeah. And you know, it's a tragedy that the other girl had to die, but she made that choice. She made that decision. That's, you know, I tell people all the time, every choice that you make has a consequence. You know, some are going to be good consequences, some are going to be bad consequences. But everything that you do every single day is going to have a consequence.
Well, Anastasia says she ain't going to say anything because she would be retaliated against if she does speak up.
Good point.
It is true.
Good
it's true.
point.
Unfortunately, in some communities, telling the truth, if it's not in the right narrative, will get you doxxed or retaliating against, even though you're telling the truth. That's why in a lot of communities, the cops have a hard time solving murders because no one will talk to them. They'll know who fucking killed somebody and won't fucking say. So it's fucking sad. The girl lost her life,
Yes.
but
the
your
people that,
like Doc said before, your decisions have consequences. She made a bad decision.
Yeah, the people that are pushing this nonsense with this shooting are idiots.
LeBron.
They're stupid. Yeah, they legitimately do not have the sense of a cabbage. You know.
No, they.
And you can't help them.
No, you can't even. You can't sit down with people. A lot of these people like that, and have a conversation with them, and have disagree on it, but have a civilized conversation. Because as soon as you don't disagree with them, or you hit them with facts,
right,
and they don't have facts, they're just spewing this crap they heard on the media or whatever,
right,
and you start hitting them with facts and numbers and stuff like that. Oh, they fuck you, you're an asshole,
you're a racist,
you're a racist.
Sexist.
As soon as they holler out that you're a racist, you know you done, the conversation's over, because they have nothing to respond to you with.
Right.
They have no facts, they have no proof, they have no nothing. So you're a racist.
You know, you spend your entire adult life protecting people and standing up for injustices, whether it's, you know, somebody that's beating their wife, or somebody that's abusing their child, or somebody that's driving drunk, or somebody that's committing an armed robbery or homicide, whatever it is. You know, whenever you sit there and you do those things, and, you know, day in and day out, you see injustice. And then you have people like LeBron James and all these actors and actresses and stuff that are going to get up and talk about racial inequality and racial injustice or whatever it is.
Y'all them Hollywood woke people.
Yeah. And, whenever you point out something that is unjustified, I will stand side by side with you and I will fight all comers. But whenever you sit here and you talk about stupid stuff, and you try to justify your ignorance, like LeBron James, you're next. I'm just cut from a different cloth. Because I know he's 6'9" and whatever.
This is for LeBron James.
All of you can kiss my rebel dick.
That's for you, LeBron. You kiss my rebel fucking dick. My little white dick.
My peanut. Well, it's short, but it's thin, so there is that.
Hey, at least it's not a long conversation. Just short and to the point.
That's it. Kind of reminds me of a stylus, maybe. Yeah.
Oh Lord! All right, we're gonna get to the big one. Of course, everybody's been talking about it, so of course we got to talk about it. The Derek Chauvin shit.
Shit, that's what shit.
Well,
yeah.
Me and Doc talked about it a little bit before, and I tried looking shit up on this today. And if anybody that's listening knows, if you're not listening live, you're listening on audio or whatever, and email me and enlighten me, please. Because I want to know how you can be found guilty of second-degree murder, third-degree murder, and manslaughter. So you basically got 3 murder charges.
For one body.
On one person.
Yeah.
How the fuck did he kill St. George 3 fucking times?
Wake him up and mark him again.
You either committed second-degree murder on him, third-degree murder, or manslaughter. You can't kill the motherfucker 3 times.
Well, apparently you can. In Minnesota.
Maybe Minnesota or Minneapolis, wherever they're at, the laws must be way different. Because I don't think they can. I've never seen that happen here.
It's not.
You either get that. I've seen juries go in on murder cases and they're like, all right, these are your options.
Yeah, you
can find them guilty on second-degree murder,
right,
or manslaughter, or second-degree battery or something, or aggravated battery. They'll give them the options of what they can charge them with. They're not going to come back and say all the above. It doesn't fucking work like that. It don't fucking work like. I agree with you, Roy. It's not going to be a mistrial. The trial's over with. They found him guilty. What it's going to do is they're going to take it to appellate court. I think this shit, if they hear it, is going to go all the way to the Supreme Court.
Absolutely.
Because the appellate court is going to be is the same fucking state where they're in.
Yeah.
And I don't think the appellate court judge is probably going to have any balls either. No. Because I didn't watch the trial. I watched pieces and stuff and news on all over the place I was reading. First of all, you got the highest profile case of the year.
Of the year. Right? This is
or 2 years or whatever.
Of the century.
Yeah, and you're not going to sequester that jury?
Yeah, that's absolutely insane.
I've seen them sequester juries on fucking,
second-degree battery.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you're not going to sequester a jury on the fucking biggest. Well, I trust them. They're not. Them motherfuckers are going home and watching every fucking news shit they could and reading shit on their
Not
phone.
only that, you've been shoving it down to people's throats for the last, I don't know. When did this shit actually take place?
I don't think it's been a whole year.
It ain't been a year, has it?
No, it hadn't been a year because it happened during COVID because they were all rioting and without their mask on.
Yeah, well, that don't count.
Roy, I can't even put the word miss in front of that woman's name. Moron Waters over there going to come down to a whole nother state she has no either reason to be in to gaslight shit and try to stir up shit.
Man, that's an ugly woman. Good gracious, that woman. Well, I ain't even going to go out on a limb and say she's a woman.
They want to impeach Trump for saying, go peacefully, protest and stuff. This bitch is telling people to fucking do shit.
Good Lord.
But Anyway, and then the judge didn't sequester the jury. The first couple days of testimony that the prosecution put on was witnesses to the situation, but they're up there testifying on how it made them feel.
Yeah, who gives a shit?
Let me tell you what, your feelings don't fucking matter. Bing. It's not evidence.
Bing.
It's not evidence.
Well,
you fucking I don't care how you felt.
Don't reckon you'll be needing them feelings anymore.
Yeah. I mean, but I don't know why they let that testimony in. And then, like I said, the whole Moron Waters representative, she fucking, even the judge, which I think the judge over his case was fucking biased as fuck. And even he said, you just gave them a great fucking appeals case, which you did. And it's just a whole, I mean, do I think he did wrong? Yeah, I think
absolutely
he did wrong.
But
murder?
No.
Second degree or third degree murder?
No.
I don't think he did either of those. I don't think he didn't go out there intentionally wanting to kill nobody. No. And this is my opinion, and I'm not a doctor, so don't try to fact check me. It's like I said, it's my fucking opinion. I don't believe according to the medical examiner for the state or city or whatever, they said he didn't die from any pressure on his neck or anything like that.
No trauma related.
He died from, like you said, probably excited delirium or just OD or whatever. He now what Chauvin did, I think, helped the matter.
Yeah, he was a contributing
factor to the man dying. So, yes, like I said, me personally, I'd have never stayed on top of him that long when there's that many cops around. I'd have set him up on the curb and waited for the boo-boo wagon to get there and done it from there. You know what? If they'd have done that, I'm willing to bet if he'd have just been leaning up against that tire in the car, he'd have probably dropped dead sitting on that curb right there.
That day he was going to die. Whether he died there or he died en route to the jail, he was going to die. He was already on that roller coaster. And listen, I've watched that video probably more than any video I've ever watched of any type of police shooting or fight or anything like that. And that man wasn't on his neck. His knee was not on his neck. His knee was on his shoulder blade and in the center of his spine. And on top of that, it was in their
policy and procedure.
Their policy and procedure in defensive tactics. You know? So
how many times I can't even remember how many times I've done it. You're doing your yearly training, your ATAC, your annual training we have to go through every year, which defensive tactics is mandatory in it.
Right.
And you go through your handcuffing stuff.
Right.
How many times during handcuffing techniques is your knee in the back of somebody while you're handcuffing a proned out person?
Right.
They train us to do that. Now, like I said, I think he should have left them down there for 9 minutes. I was listening to something earlier today, and I don't even like this podcast person, but like I said, I listen to shit that from people I don't agree with.
Yeah,
but because I want to hear other sides of it, just like people that only listen to CNN or people that only listen to Fox and they don't listen to the other side. I'll try to listen to both sides of everything to try to form my own opinion because I'm a free thinker. I'm not letting Fox tell me what to think. I'm not letting CNN tell me what to think, or I'm not letting nobody tell me what to think. I think what I want to think. I try to do my own research, and I come to my own conclusions. But this person did make sense, even though it's about the only thing I agreed with them on. That Derek Chauvin, however you say his last name, what got him in trouble was his ego.
Oh, yeah.
Because if you think about it, and I thought about it, I was like, man, that makes so much sense. Because he had all these people around there. Of course, the crowd didn't help because they make the scene more dangerous for the cops. But they were hollering, oh, let him up, let him up. And he's like, and his ego was probably thinking, man, fuck y'all ain't going to tell me what to do.
I know what I'm doing.
He let his ego take it too far.
Right.
Stuff like that. And the guy, their guy, I think they said he weighed 135 pounds. He was not a real big guy at all. Yeah. Chauvin was not a big guy. And I don't know if y'all have watched the video. St. George, He's a big motherfucker.
That was a big dude.
He was a big old motherfucker. You seen the arms on him?
Yeah, he was a big dude.
Man, he was a big motherfucker. So, but like I said, I think the guy probably died from the drugs. I think his girlfriend testified. If I
It was high as a kite.
She testified. I think the week before he was in the hospital from an OD, or a couple weeks. He had recently OD'd recently from it. They found pills, speedballs in the back of the unit that he had spit out of his mouth with his DNA on it because he was probably swallowing pills. His drug dealer that was in the vehicle with him refused to testify, took the fifth because he didn't want to have to get up there and admit that St. George gave St. George the drugs, and he probably swallowed all the drugs. And this wasn't the first time he had done that. They actually had a video, body camera footage from a prior arrest they made of him when he was high on shit.
Right.
And he was fucking hollering the same shit back then.
Hey, so
I can't breathe.
So let's look at it and let's just, I'm spitballing here. Okay. What if, just hypothetically speaking, that when they tell St. George, hey, listen, bro, go ahead and put your hands behind your back. We're going to take you down the station. You know you ain't supposed to be here. We'll take care of this. We'll cut your summons down there, whatever. We'll get you on your way. What if St. George would have said, okay, turned around, put his hands behind his back, got in the unit, and drove on down to Metro Station?
He probably would have been dead before he got there. He died in the back seat from drug overdose.
But let's look at it this way. There's one thing that I know of 100%. Nobody would have been accused for murdering this shitbag.
No.
So he has zero culpability or accountability in this, and Chauvin has 100% culpability or accountability or responsibility for this guy dying. I'm sorry. I disagree. George, you're about 99% at fault in this thing. And if you disagree with me, too bad.
Well, like I said, this wasn't I don't believe this wasn't a trial against the guy Derek.
Oh,
this
no.
was a trial against the systemic racism that they claim.
Yeah, jeez.
Let me tell you what, I don't know if y'all notice, people, that my regular listeners that listen, and I'm going to continue doing it because this is the way I am. It's how I feel about it. I talk about all these people I pull over all the time. You never hear me mention, I pulled over a black person. I pulled over a white person. I never say their color because you know why? When I'm stopping that person, when I first, get a clock on that car and I go to make a stop, I don't know what color any person is. So my stop has nothing to do with color. When I'm out patrolling, in the parish I work in is predominantly black people. I'm not saying that there's not cops out there that do it because I'm pretty sure they're doing. I've known some that's profiled not just black people, white people, just looking for drugs and shit, which I've never done that. Yeah. And like I said, I can't speak for everybody, but I know when I'm driving around, if I'm in the neighborhood, I'm in the community, I see people on the side of the road, I don't, even if I smell weed, I don't just stop and frisk them and stuff like that. I mean, I'm not good. I don't stop anybody and do anything to unless I have probable cause to, which they have stop and frisk stuff. But I'm saying I don't go out fucking with people just to fuck with people.
Right.
And this whole narrative that they're trying to say is, that cops are out here hunting down black men and all stuff like that.
Bullshit.
Let me tell you what, that's such bullshit. Last year, no, I'm not sure 100%. I'm going off of memory, fact checkers. There was around 10 million people arrested last year for misdemeanors and felonies.
Something like that.
It's around 10 million. I'm not sure exact number, but it was around 10 million. Last year, there was 14 black men supposedly unarmed. And unarmed don't mean you might not have a gun, but you're trying to get my gun or something else. But there was 14 black men that were killed by the police. There was like 20 or 30 something white people and stuff like that.
28, I believe.
killed. But there was 14 last year.
Yeah.
Out of 10 million arrests. The other day, this past week, so far this week, I have written around 34, 35 tickets already this week. Okay, it's Wednesday. And you know what? I guarantee you at least 50 to 60% of the people I stopped were people that were black. You know what? You know how many people that I had to pull my gun on, that I threatened to shoot? Or nobody. Not one fucking single person.
Right.
It's a false narrative that the Democrats or BLM or all them trying to fucking push, because I don't know about you, but like I said, we both grew up and we're about the same age. We grew up in the 80s and the 90s and stuff like that. And to me, race relations are 100% worse than they have ever been.
Yeah.
And this is 2021.
Absolutely.
And they should be 100% better than what it was when we were growing up.
Well, and, you know, the biggest player in all of that is Facebook, Twitter,
The news media.
Anything where there can be a platform for people to opine or put their bullshit out there. You know, there's way too much opportunity to influence people, influence their thoughts. Now, you're not going to take an intelligent person and influence them by this type of bullshit, this diatribe or whatever it is that they're doing. You're not going to, because an intelligent person is going to be an informed person. And an informed person is a very dangerous person, because you can't feed them bullshit. You just can't tell them, you know, that the sky is pink. It doesn't work that way. So, you know, I like to consider myself to be an informed person. And I've said this before, and I've said this multiple times. When a cop is wrong, I will be the very first one to stand up and say, hey, this dude's wrong. He's got to go. We had conversation last week off the air about some specific events that you and I have personal, what's the word I'm looking for? I don't want to say interaction, but we have personal firsthand knowledge of certain people that have been that type of cop.
Oh, yeah.
And, you know, I said it before, and I will say it until I die. If you are dirty and you are doing nefarious things and you are committing crime as a cop, you are worse than a felon. You are worse than somebody that's going out killing people.
You're going to get caught eventually.
Absolutely.
You're going to get caught eventually, just like every other criminal. Everybody, don't matter. I don't care what, you know, what you believe in or whatever. If you don't want to deal with the cops, don't fucking break the law.
Oh, that's a novel.
I mean, that's just knowledge right there, right? I mean, come on. Don't break the fucking law.
Let me just throw that out there for you.
If you get pulled over, and a cop walks up to your window, roll your window down. Yes, sir. Yes, ma'am, whatever. Yeah. They tell you were speeding.
Okay.
You think it's really good to argue with them on the side of the road? No, just give them your fucking information, get your ticket, or get your warning. Because I can guarantee you, I know a lot of guys, they might pull you over if you have your information right and you're polite. A lot of times they'll just say, look, just slow down and have a good day. But when I walk up there, what the fuck you pull me over for?
Don't be
well,
a dickhead.
Let me tell you what, if you were going to get a warning, not now.
Yeah, sign right here.
I've actually had that happen before. When I was working on my bike, I used to, I'd pull some over. If I walked up with my ticket book in my hand, you were most likely I already had in my mind I was writing you a ticket. I walked up to a guy one time and I was just going to tell him to slow down.
Yeah.
And I got, the fuck you pull me over for, blah, blah, blah. I was like, hold on 1 minute, sir. I'll be right back. Yeah. And I went back and got my fucking ticket book because he talked himself into that fucking ticket because I already had in my mind I was going to give him a warning. It's all about your attitude. You don't want to deal with the cops, don't fucking break the law.
At last count, and I may be wrong in this, I think they're here in this state, there's 326 traffic laws that I could hammer somebody for. I can look at your vehicle, and there's a traffic law for something. There's a traffic law for tread.
Yes, I can check the tread depth on your tires. Actually, to be within the law, you'd have to buy new tires about every 3 to 6 months, depending on how much you drive. Absolutely. If I checked them by law, I can write you a ticket for riding a bicycle with no hands.
Correct.
You're riding a motorcycle in the state of Louisiana, the state law states you have to have 2 hands on the handlebars at all times. All I got to do is wave at you. You wave back, you done broke the fucking law. I mean, there's a ticket I can get. Now, Anastasia, I give warnings out about 0.1% at a time. I do give them out not too often. If I pull you over 99% of the time, you're getting a 99.9% of the time you're getting a ticket. But what'd you say, Roy? When you get stopped, I let them know I'm armed and I keep my windows down and my hands where you can see them. Yes, especially people. I have a tint meter. The only thing I can't stand is fucking tinted windshields. But if you got 5% fucking tint on your car, I cannot see in your car.
Right.
So I'm way more cautious when if I'm coming up to a car, I'm gonna have my hand on my gun. I'm ready to draw it. I'm gonna stand in a location. I might if the window's not coming down, I'll knock. I'm gonna try to stay out of your. You're gonna have to spin around and shoot me. You're gonna have to be uncomfortable if you're gonna try to shoot me.
Right.
If you know you're getting pulled over and the cops coming up to your car, and you know you have illegally tinted windows, just roll your windows down. They can see in the car. They won't feel the cops like, okay, well, they got their windows down. I can see what they're doing. Don't, start digging under your seat and shit like that. Just wait. If you got to get something out your glove compartment, like your insurance or whatever, just wait until they ask for it and say, it's in my glove compartment. Okay, well, go ahead and get it.
Go get it.
So
Don't be like the jackleg lieutenant last week that decided he wanted to go Facebook Live. What is the problem? I didn't do anything wrong. What is the problem? What? I'm not getting out of my car. Why did you stop me?
Oh, I did find a video.
Dickhead.
I found a video of him on another traffic stop where he had been pulled over. He didn't act quite a bunch of his dickhead, but this was like in 2020, like November or so of 2020. And he was in the same vehicle with the same temp tag. So I'm pretty sure that fucking temp tag he had on this last stop had to be expired by now.
Well, not only that, you can't even see it because the windows were blacked out. No,
you better not. Anastasia, you tint your windows and I catch you, I'm going to write you a ticket.
You getting one. You getting one, Anastasia.
Right. Yeah, well, Florida people love their tint, Roy. Well, guess what? Louisiana fucking people do. I just don't like the front windshields tinted.
Me either.
Because you got your shit 5% on your front windshield. Trust me, my unit that I have is an ex-narcotics unit, and it's fucking black as shit, except for the front windshield is, and it's got this strip on it. But when I'm leaving to work in the morning, it's still dark, I got to roll my fucking window down to pull out on my driveway because I can't see shit. Yeah, so if your front windshield, I can see, you can't fucking see dick. You lying motherfucker. I hit him with you got that exemption from the state. Yeah, well, it's like Robert said, when you ask motherfucker for their driver's license, they start doing the 415 shuffle. And they know they ain't got no fucking driver's license, but they gonna keep looking for it. And I hate when people do that. They'll start looking for it. I'm like, is it gonna is David Copperfield gonna come down here and magic your fucking license in your purse or something? No, are you suspended? Because I'm going to find out. You know what? Most of the time when I ask somebody, do you have a driver's license? No. Are you suspended? Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
You know what? Most of the time I don't fuck with it. Okay? You might get a ticket for no driver's license. Sometimes I may write you for driving license. Most of the time I don't. If I stopped you for speeding and you're not being a dick, I'm just going to give you the speeding ticket and give you a warning on any other violation you have.
Correct.
Just don't be a dickhead.
Right.
We got off topic. Anyway, the whole Derek thing, I believe,
It's a sham.
I don't see how you, like I said, if anybody's listening, email me. Tell me how you can get convicted of 3 murders on one person. I just want to know that because they don't do that here in Louisiana as far as I know. I've never seen it in almost 30 years I've been doing it.
He's dead. rise in the name of Jesus, and I'm going to murk you again.
I'm going to get you, and I'm going to kill him the third time just to make fucking sure.
Yeah. Rise. Oh, murking him again.
I did hear I think they shipped him off to maximum security prison. Everybody's probably thinking, oh, he's going to get killed. Right? No, that motherfucker's going to be living in protective custody the whole time he's in prison.
Yeah.
He'll never hit general population. So, I'm sure there's going to be, I think this shit is probably going to end up hitting the Supreme Court on appeals, and they got a damn good appeal case on it. He got convicted on everything because all these people were afraid that if they didn't do it, shit was going to burn down, thanks to like people like Moron Waters and stuff like that. And, you know, Joe Biden chiming in on his shit, old Joey B. And, the other president, Kamala Harris. Her. And hell, our fucking governor made a comment. Why the fuck he even need to make a comment about it? I don't understand that. I don't know why he did.
Because he's a Democrat.
I guess, and that Mayor Baton Rouge did the same fucking thing. I'm like, I read that.
I
read that, and I'm like, why the fuck they even comment? Who gives a fuck? It had nothing to do with you.
Go figure that turnip would say anything.
So anyway, we did that. I'm gonna play 2 little commercials before we're getting ready to wrap it up. We'll play this first one.
Hold up. Stop. What is that shit? Yes, that's better. Perfectly dysfunctional. One messed up, crazy family having conversations about who knows what.
And I'll have another regular episode coming out Sunday. I think the Asian lover is going to be in town. And I do have one thing I need to talk to him about that he was involved with that he didn't talk about last time. But his brother let me know about it. And we're going to talk about that if he wants to record. If not, I got plenty of stories because I ain't done, I've been saving them up on all these traffic stops I've been making. I got some rants too. But other than that, like I said, if somebody wants to be a guest, law enforcement, first responders, veterans, email me, let me know. You don't have to be in Louisiana. We can do it over the phone or something. We can record like I did Gigantor. Hit me up on email, Facebook, or on Twitter.
We need a firefighter in here. We need a firefighter.
I've had some firefighters. We can do firefighters, like I said, first responders.
They're cute.
First responders in general, or military. Even like emergency room nurses and stuff like that. I'm sure they got some great stories. I consider them in the first responder realm.
Yeah, they're freaks.
Like I said, hit us up on MotorCop Chronicles at Gmail. Like I said, it's at Motor C on Twitter. YouTube is, check us out. If you go to YouTube, like us, subscribe to us. Same on Facebook. If you're on Apple iTunes, go give me a 5-star review or a 1-star, whatever one you want, and write me a review, good or bad. I'd like to know if it's bad. Let me know. I mean, I'll take constructive criticism because I know I'm far from fucking perfect. Right. So, like I said, hit us up on Doc. As long as everything works out okay, should be here next Wednesday. It's going to be a regular thing for us, and we're going to hopefully, like I said, we're going to have stories, but there can be some fucked up stories. Oh, I did mention they did release the body cam footage of that Port Allen incident. I wasn't able to download it yet, so we might throw that in next Wednesday.
That dude's going to federal prison.
That dude, it's fucking bad. It's fucking bad.
And he deserves to go to federal prison.
It's bad. He did bad shit. Like I said, hit us up, and until this weekend, or if you're going to hit me and Doc, it'll be on Wednesday. And come see us and talk to us.
Yeah.
We like people.
Yeah.
All right. Bye.
I'm cranking up on the throttle. This is how legends are made.